Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and after Dark Magician, it was about time for Blue Eyes as well. But as you may have seen from the thumbnail, I've already managed to spice it up so much. Honestly, this could be the most fun I ever had playing Blue Eyes. I might even, starting to want to play Blue Eyes, because that's so freaking cool. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe and leave hype to this video. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. We got this, the new skill, Master of Blue Eyes, but let's go in order. So let's start from the skill. Master of Blue Eyes is the new one, the same of Master of Chaos for Yugi. It's the counterpart. So you have no restrictions in your summons in the deck, nor from the extra deck. You just need to play 15 or more Blue Eyes White Dragon cards or cards that mentions it. Then you have two effects that you can use once per duel. The first one is you reveal one Blue Eyes monster and you grab a Blue Eyes White Dragon or any card that mentions it. Beautiful. And then you send both a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and a Blackluster Soldier to your grave, so that you have access to a Dragon Master Knight that you're never summon it. You're never gonna summon it here because you do not have any of the Blue Eyes material on the field. So the Ultimate Fusion loses a little bit of power because you don't get the pop as you do in Master of Chaos. So that's the difference. The second effect, if you control a Blue Eyes monster only your opponent controls a monster, you set a spell trap card that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon, and that can be activated the same turn. And I want you to focus on this. This is broken. Why it is? Because when you go second, you can just set Majesty of the White Dragons and be able to activate it. But make sure that you have at least a couple of Blue Eyes in your hand or grave, so that when you activate Majesty of the White Dragons, you can literally start with a pop, with a non-targeting pop, because that's what Majesty of the White Dragon does. It says, show up to 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon hand face up monster zone and or graveyard and destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. So that's your way to break a board, okay? But we go straight away into that. So this card is, I honestly love this card. I wish there was something like this for Dark Magician as well. This is beautiful. Why? Because this is so good, it has another effect. It's already super good, right? But as it was not enough, it has another effect from the grave. And it says, you can banish this card from your graveyard, ritual summon one ritual monster from your end by attributing Blue Eyes White Dragon from your end or field, whose levels of course equals the level of the ritual monster. And you can use both the effect in the same turn, because he says you can use each effect once per turn, so both in the same turn. And why is this important? Now, I do not have the new card, the new Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. What is it? It's actually here. I don't have this guy, unfortunately. It's a selection box exclusive. I didn't, I never go into that. I might change idea in the future, but for now, I'm just not going into it. So the idea is for this guy, right? Like, you summon technically this guy, it can't be targeted, it can't be destroyed, and he basically dropped to 0 any attack defense when he attacks. So it's super nice, it's a very good monster. But what happens to all of the poor people that do not have the chance of opening the selection box? Blackluster Soldier. They're gonna say, are you sure it's a good idea? I'm super sure it's a good idea. And you know why? For 2 reasons. The first thing, you're gonna tribute a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So that means that this guy gets the second effect live. What it is, do you remember it? It says, if he destroys a monster by battle, you get to shuffle all of the cards your opponent controls back into the deck. And this is already crazy. But keep in mind, this is a trap card, and these can be activated during the battle phase. So your opponent is not gonna expect this coming, but what you can do is simply go into the battle phase, banish this thing, summon the guy, and when this guy touches the field, your opponent cannot activate cards or effect during your battle phase. Dude, that means that if you summon during your battle phase, straight away, your opponents can do nothing. No effects on the field, no effects from hand, no spell and trap card, no grave effects, nothing. Dude. And there was just one issue to solve here, and it was, how do we get legendary swordsman in end consistently? Oh boy. I mean, that was such an easy question to answer, right? So, Herald of the Arclight, so good. How do we summon this? We have the tuner level 1. Now, keep in mind, the classic turn 1 for Blue Eyes just wants Kaibaman the Legend to summon a Blue Eyes and going to a level 9 that usually is Blue Eyes Pity Dragon. That is not that bad, let's be honest, because he has a negation of an affecting grave, and then you can you can float, you can use its effect to tribute itself and summon a Black Rose Moonlight Dragon that can actually bounce a monster. So it's not that bad of a tactic, let's be honest. But don't you think it's better to have a floodgate on the field that is an omni negation that gives you a search? Because that's the thing. So to summon the Herald, you need the Kaibaman the Legend, and that is not an issue. We play, if you have another copy, just play it. I just have 2, I'm playing 2, and I'm playing the Reinforcement of the Army, so that basically we have 3 copies of Kaibaman because it's a warrior. We need the level 3, and we're playing 6. We're playing G-Frag Dragon and Guard Dragon Garmides. So you can see where this card is. It's a box chips card, this card, and let's see the Defrag Dragon instead. You can see it. It's from the mini box. So why these 2 guys? Because both can be easily summoned with a special summoned. Defrag Dragon just sends another monster from your end to the grave, and you summon it, and you have a level 3+1. It's Herald, and then keep in mind you can keep on doing this, and usually the turn 1 ends on Herald plus Erratic Seal. Keep in mind, Erratic Seal is a non-targeting bounce, plus when it's tributed, you summon the Grand Tusk Dragon that pops 2. So that's brilliant. Plus you have the Omni Negation, plus eventually you get, if you have True Light on the field, you have the Blue Eyes ready to be tributed to go into the Black Luster Soldier, you have the Majesty to pop, there's so much to do. The rest of the cards is, of course, Blue Eyes by Dragon, the alternative to have some extra pop. The Jet Dragon, such an amazing card, guys. Keep in mind, these guy can special summon itself from the grave. So you're happy to have it in your hand and discard it with Melody Awakening Dragon, or actually discard it with the effect of G-Frag Dragon. The other guy level 3 instead can be special summon itself when a normal monster is sent to grave. So basically you first start with Blue Eyes by Dragon on the field summoned by the Kaibaman the Legend, then you summon the alternative, you use both to go into the Erratic Seal, and then because this was sent to grave, this gets triggered, special summon itself, and you use it with Kaibaman to go into Herald, right? Then we have Bingo Machine, just to have another card for the 15 Blue Eyes by Dragon card. True Light, amazing, like Eternal Soul. Basically, even though I think it's a little bit more powerful, and because it can set any spell trap directly from the deck, not just 1,000 knives and that magic attack, and nothing, guys, and that's it. 1 Ultimate Fusion, just because it counts as Blue Eyes by Dragon, but also because it can be nice, not only for the big boy if you have to go for lethal, but also because, I mean, if you eventually pop everything and you need some extra points damage, you can just go for the big boy eventually. But I'm actually bringing in also Blue Eyes Sweet Burst Dragon, just because we have tons of Blue Eyes on the field. So having an Ultimate Fusion that pops a couple of cards and summons an Undestructible by Battle Boy is just another good thing to have. For the rest of the extra deck, this guy to pop back rows is a level 9, a couple of rank 8 because you're gonna have access to Blue Eyes Alternative and Blue Eyes. So either Fell Grunt to make something unaffected, Dingirsu to non-targeting removal. And that's it, guys. I love this freaking thing. I climbed from Legend rank 1 to 2, but dude, this thing is lovely. You have even 3 more slots for staples if you want. I don't think you need it in this deck, to be honest. I was able to go climbing up with this deck now that it's the first days of the month, and we have, the best deck still around, and nothing. Again, I would just recommend to play one more Cyberman the Legend, just because it's so important, to be honest. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna leave it to the replays to showcase how the deck performs and how actually the combo are done. Let's jump right into them. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Virtuous Bonds, and it's us to go. So skill, you reveal the Blue Eyes White Dragon, you get the Cyberman the Legend, and here we come. So Cyberman to reveal the Blue Eyes and summon one of them on the field. There you go. At this point, you use the effect of Defrag Dragon to just go into the Defrag Dragon. Then you use the skill because you control a Blue Eyes. You set True Light, and you first go into Herald, but make sure that you summon Herald in the main monster zone. So then you use True Light to summon the other Blue Eyes from grave in case you don't have alternative. And you go into, you search with Cyberman and get the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, and then 2 dragons into Erotic Seal. You set the Majesty, and that's your turn 1. The only bad thing is that we have Gruntusk in end, that is the target you summon with the Erotic Seal, but we can't really complain about that. So he's got the skill, so he started with that. Soul Emergent to begin with, Droplet, and at this point I have to use Herald of the Arclight to negate that. So the BLS is coming to my hand. Here he comes. So we have the boy. At this point, the Soul to reveal and get a token. Majesty of the White Dragons to reveal 2 and pop both. Because we pop a card on the field, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon comes out from our end. And then Ecclesia, the Virtuous, to special summon the Soul of Taya that summons a token. At this point, Erotic Seal to bounce that and use the effect of the seal to summon the Gruntusk that pops the token. But he still has another normal summon. Here he comes, but he can't do nothing because you already used the effect and he scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, let's see what we have. It's Audience with his trap card, I guess. Melody to begin with, discarding the Majesty because we need both of the other cards. At this point, Cyberman to summon a Blue Eyes. Here he comes. So when you have the Blue Eyes alternative, it's just the same. You summon it, you first activate the skill, and I set the True Light. Then we go with the effect to get also a Jet. And I think I misplayed, guys, because I should have gotten the skill to get the Jet and then discard, and maybe not discarding the Majesty. That was actually a misplay, but still. The 2 Blue Eyes to go into Erotic Seal because a normal monster was sent to grave. God Dragon Gramites special summon itself. 3 and 1 is full. Herald of the Arclight, and then True Light to just set. I set Ultimate Fusion. That was a mistake because if you control this card in the grave, you can't set another one from the deck, and that was stupid. So kind of a misplay, but still. He's got Marionette with the Temple of Kings, Erratic Seal, bounces the Marionette, he sets the Emulate Elf, but now we're summoning the Gruntusk that pops both the continuous spell and the set card. He can activate it, but still we're gonna pop it anyway, so we don't care. He sets 3 more trap cards, and then True Light in the end phase summons a Blue Eyes, and then Cyberman the Legends grabs us a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now we have to get rid of all of those. First we started with the Yugioh, forcing one of the back rows. Then we went with the Blue Eyes alternative, True Light to summon another alternative, and now we're attacking. He's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Going second this time against Virtuous Bonds. That's what we're trying today, I guess, in the stream. This is to show you what I mean by Majesty that is broken. You reveal, you get the Cyberman, right? And then Melody Awakening Dragon to get a couple of Blue Eyes, and then we special summon the Blue Eyes alternative. Because we control Blue Eyes monster, you set Majesty, and look how beautiful it is. You activate Majesty, you reveal the 3 Blue Eyes. He's got Book of Eclipse, who cares? Droplet as well, we don't really care. We reveal these 2, we pop, at this point you won. That's just to see the fact that you can set a trap card and just activate straight away in the same turn. It's just broken. This guy can do that. He bricked, of course. This is just to show you literally how when you go second, being able to set a Majesty just makes Blue Eyes so good. And here we're just going for lethal with the God Dragon. We also have the Majesty set to eventually pop 3 more cards. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Going second again this time. Branded, right? Let's see what we have. So let's speed things up because we know what Branded is about. So getting the advantage with the cards. Keep in mind, it's still the old skill, not nerfed. So because it's still like the 3 of October. So he's setting up with the Dark Color. So we know he has the Dark Color boy in hand. So we have to force the back, bros. And how do we do that? Melody to discard the Jet. Lovely. Get True Blue Eyes in hand. He's the only one to control a monster. So Majesty sets. Activate. And there you go. You reveal 3 and you pop everything. Super easy. That's just how disgusting this is. And then the skill. We got the Search, Kaibaman the Legend, reveal all the 3 blue eyes to go into it, into the level 9, in this case Lightstorm Dragon, to get rid of the Despia, the theater, but it's got Despian Comedy though, so he saved that, that's still fine. Then Blue Eyes White Dragon, then Kaibaman the Legends gives us another Blue Eyes alternative. We pop the boy, and then Blue Eyes Jet gets special summon on the field. Despia Theater gets activated, and we got Jet, exactly what we wanted. Then I went into Erratic Seal because I think I actually made a mistake. No, I didn't have lethal, guys, because the Blue Eyes alternative cannot attack. That's why I went into this. So next turn I'm safe. So Jet to bounce that, Jester to come back, still fine. We don't really care about that, because negation it's until the end of the turn. Then he sets the theater. We went Erotic Seal to bounce the Despia, so no fusion summon. And then of course the Erratic Seal brings out Gruntusk Dragon to pop both the cards and the Branding in red, but he can just get another one. But he's scooped. Why? Because he has only 1 monster in end, that is Dark Lord Morningstar. He has the Branded in red, but does not have 3 monsters, so just 2 when he gets 1 from the grave. And then the theater cannot be activated because we bounced it in response to the fusion summon. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, interrupting a 4-win streak. And we're going second again. So, Bingo Machine Go, this is Blue Eyes against Blue Eyes. So, let's see which Blue Eyes is the best one. So, he's got the skill, Kabaman the Legend, of course. Melody to get also the alternative, right? Then the level 9, the Majesty. He went with the Majesty instead of the True Light, and I think he's ending on there. Kaibaman just grabs the Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, so the one from the selection. Let's see what we have, right? It's us to start, so Melody to discard a Blue Eyes, get the Jet as well. Then Master of the Blue Eyes, I think I misplayed again. I don't know why, I should have just used the skill first to get the Majesty, to get the Jet Dragon, and then discard it. I keep on misplaying, guys, don't forget. Use the skill, get the Jet, and discard it if you have Melody. Then, as always, Majesty, you reveal 3, you went with the Blue Eyes Speedy Dragon. We don't really care because it's too late. Now, this thing becomes indestructible, but not if you pop it straight away before he can activate its effect. And that's exactly what's happening. So, we're popping the 3 cards, one of the Majesty, of course. Jet Dragon activates its effect. Also, our Jet activated its effect, so we both special summon 1. He still has a back row that we just saw. We summoned the alternative to pop the Jet, and then Xyz summon into Dingirsu so we can get rid of the back row. That was a True Light. Not really the best thing. He sets Ultimate Fusion, but he can't activate that this turn, so we use that. At this point, we got Kaibaman the Legend to get the 3 blue eyes on the, one of the blue eyes on the field. He's got Majesty to Ritual Summon. He had the blue eyes in hand, so Chaos Dragon is here. At this point, we have to find another way, and I went into Herald to protect myself for next turn. Blue eyes can attack, and it's going to be protected by Dingirsu by detaching the blue eyes Jet Dragon already in the grave. Super important. At this point, he has 1 card that he can activate, but Herald says, no, thank you. And guess what now? He just... we got the BLS in end, and then he sets a card, but guess what? We can just use the reinforcement of the army, get the Kaibamen. We could have just gone into the battle phase and summoned the BLS. So, but instead we decided to go further. We got Kaibamen. We don't know what that is. Could but just be a Book of Eclipse to stop everything, right? So Lightstorm Dragon to force that first. It was another Majesty that he could have activated actually, but Ingirsu can just prevent the destruction. Battle phase, Majesty, summoning BLS, and nothing can happen anymore. Finishing it. That's all you do, my boys. And there you go. Damn, and I love Blue Eyes now. I just love Blue Eyes. These playstyle was just nuts with the synchros and the ritual. Dude. Guys, let me know what you think of this spice in the comment section down below. See you in some hours for the stream of today. We'll probably play Virtuous Bonds. So Soul, it's time to try Soul, I guess. And nothing, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.